And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and this is the top 5 light side characters for July. Now, this top 5 is not comprised of free to play or pay to play or what's best or what's not. What this is the top 5 most usable characters in the month of July. Let's get started. Number 5, R2-D2, with a powerful basic that stuns, smoke screen to protect the team, as well as a couple of Zeta capabilities allowing for light side characters to cleanse and sharing all of his statistics with his team, buffing the entire light side team up. R2-D2 comes in at number 5. Number 4, Chirrut Imwe, a powerful attacker that can one-shot an opposing character with his basic strike hitting around 10k and his ability to cleanse and put tenacity up, as well as his ability to retaliate often. This rebel attacker is in the top 5. Number 3, arguably the best tank in the game, Bvrnout, with a ability on his basic to put speed down, slowing the opposing team, and having retribution to where he's constantly hitting back. This gentleman can dispel the opposing team in 2 different ways, both with an individual dispel, and not only does it dispel, but it actually inflicts the opposite buff as a debuff if possible, and Empire enemies who are not buffed take bonus damage equal to 25% of their max health. Number 2 is arguably as well the number 1 tank in the game. That's why I say arguably, because Bvrnout is phenomenal and General Kenobi is phenomenal. General Kenobi being one of the best light side characters in the game. He gives the ability to hit hard on his basic, cleanse the team that he's with, add retribution over everybody's head potentially, have an attack that's a mass attack, and bring in everybody with buffs to hit the opposing individual and be able to put critical hit immunity up and taunt. The taunt he does is very disruptive, helping your flow and preventing your opposing characters from taking you out. And number 1 light side character for the month of July, none other than Rex, the singular best leader in the game, with the ability to not only cleanse your team, but replace any debuffs with tenacity up, preventing any future debuffs for 3 turns. Turn meter reduction on his basic, the ability to do subdue, which is a significant hit. In addition, it will do another 25% of target's maximum health, very similar to what Bvrnout's AoE does to Empire. And his brothers in arms leader gives the entire team, every time anyone's hit with a critical, additional turn meter. This is why this guy is dominating the charts at the top. Now let's take a look at the dark side, the top 5 characters. Remember, this is not free to play or pay to play. This is just the overall top dark side characters in the game. Number 5, none other than Darth Maul himself. Yes, people say that his meta era days are over, but, big but, he is having a resurgence against the Thrawn-led teams that are starting to crop up from place to place, and Darth Maul on some of the newer shards is still a dominant force. He is the 5th most used dark side character in the game currently, with an AoE and an amazing leadership ability that is second to none on the dark side. Darth Maul reigns in terror, and if you're fighting against Jedi, he is the only one you'll ever want to use. Number 4, Kylo Ren. He has the ability to compress the damage being dealt to him to take very little, if any, damage, and continue to do an increased amount of damage as an output for taking the damage. What I'm trying to say is this guy is hard to kill and does a lot of damage. In addition, he has been recently reworked in a way that now he will use his outrage on defense with the AI and will gain that protection as well as stun the opposing player, and he brings in the stun, which is critical in Arena to be able to stun certain targets at certain times. He also, with the Lash Out AoE, can add the Retribution up over his head, which makes him extremely annoying to deal with. Number 3 is none other than one of the best Empire leaders in the game, Darth Vader. Not only is he Empire, but Sith with his Force Crush AoE. If you have him as a leader, he put damage over time over everyone's head that will not go away. His Culling Blade can one-shot any character in the game, potentially, if you have enough debuffs over their head as far as the damage over times. And he's an excellent leader, providing offense and turn meter reduction for Empire and Sith characters. Also, on his basic Terrifying Swing, he can ability block individuals, which is very useful. Number 2, Emperor Palpatine. As an amazing support character or a leader, but more importantly support, he has the ability to apply a special called Shock for 3 turns on his basic. Also, having Power of the Dark Side, he has the ability to stun, potentially, each character across the way with a potential of up to 5 stuns for this AoE. This renders the potential opposing team lifeless. And if all of that wasn't bad enough, he can let the hate flow and put offense up on his entire team while healing himself. Absolutely terrifying. And number 1 dark side character in the game for the month of July, Darth Nihilus. He is a Sith support who is exceptionally viable, even at 3 stars. Amazing basic with ability to dispel on his basic, so if there's a tank who's taunting, he can get rid of that taunt. He also has Drain Force, which will increase the cooldowns of the opposing team. Potentially, if they have debuffs, it's guaranteed, so that is excellent. And then, of course, his Annihilate allows for him, if you do the debuff incorrectly and use his Force Drain right, about once every 3 turns to take an opponent's character completely out without the ability for them to come back to life. And this ability cannot be evaded. Pretty awesome. Very overpowered, meta-changing characters. What are your thoughts on these characters? Leave them in the comments down below, and keep your gaming on. Warrior, out.